In 1995, a vision came to life. A vision to bring people together, to inspire action, and to build a stronger community through volunteerism. That vision became the Volunteer Center of Cedar Valley.
There was an earlier volunteer center back quite a few years before we started it, but it eventually didn't make it for lack of money. So Linda Klinger and I decided that with working when I was with the Community Foundation and working with the different agencies, the different nonprofits, we realized what a difficult thing it was for them to find volunteers. And they didn't have the money to hire a person that would go out and do this. And so we thought it's time to start the Volunteer Center again and get it going.
I am a firm believer in volunteerism. So I definitely, when there was talk of starting a volunteer bureau, that's what we needed to get people to volunteer. By volunteering, you can get into something and learn about it and not have to worry about getting a salary or anything. You're doing something good for someone else, which is important, I think.
Well, I think the biggest role is the organization. Many of us volunteered throughout our lifetimes, individually. We did it because that was for a merit badge or something else. But in order to make a bigger impact, it was felt by many leaders that an organization would be very helpful. And it has been. It's been terrific.
It was a process that, came forward with many people interested in putting together something for our community so that we could make our community better, get people engaged in our community, which I think are really important aspects of any community that we have, that we get people involved, and this just provided a seamless way in which to do that.
Now, 30 years later, we're celebrating a legacy of service, connection, and impact that has touched countless lives and transformed our community. Over the last 3 decades, the VCCV has become the hub of volunteerism in Black Hawk County, mobilizing volunteers of all ages and backgrounds.
I think it's the whole part of they're strategically placing people where they need to be, where they're best needed to fit, essentially. And that's pretty much the goal of Volunteer Center of the Cedar Valley is hey, we want to give back and volunteer into our community, but where can your needs and talent or your talents be best utilized within the Cedar Valley as a whole? So I think that's the biggest key that we help in connecting, whether our nonprofits are less fortunate to people that are able to give back to the community.
From mentoring children and providing vital support to local nonprofits, to uniting people through events, our story is written by the hands and hearts of every person who has chosen to serve.
One of the events that we partner with the Volunteer Center on and the Northeast Iowa Food Bank is MLK Day. We have an event called Pack the Dome. It started with a student organization partnering with the Volunteer Center and hosting a backpack event on MLK Day. And hundreds of students, primarily students, packed bags for the backpack program at the Northeast Iowa Food Bank.
I think Appetite for Service has to be everyone's favorite volunteer center event. It's so much fun. It is unlike any nonprofit event that I have been to or fundraiser event that I have been to. There's just so much energy there, and everyone's there for the right reasons and for a good cause.
Looking ahead, the VCCV is committed to growing partnerships, adapting emerging needs, and ensuring that volunteerism remains a powerful force in shaping the Cedar Valley.
Obviously, that was our hope, that the Volunteer Center would grow into a great organization, which it has. I see their work everywhere. They're getting all kinds of people involved in our community, different groups, different age groups, different backgrounds, and that's really what our community is. It reflects our community, and I'm so glad that we've been able to reach a lot of different audiences that we've never been able to reach before.
But I would say they've really become the connector between the opportunities in our community and the agencies in our community, and that really they are kind of the one-stop shop now. When you want to be involved, when you want to know where there's a need, the place you go is the Volunteer Center.
To see these organizations grow and from nothing to something is really a wonderful feeling.
To all who have been part of this incredible journey, thank you. Your passion, your time, and your dedication have brought this dream to life and made a lasting difference in our community.
If you're thinking about volunteering at all, don't hesitate. It is really satisfying work.
It is an opportunity to give back to your community.
I was walking into a store here in Waterloo one evening, and this little boy was coming out with his dad, and I could overhear him tugging the dad's arm, saying, "Dad, Dad, that's the lady who helps us make the world a better place."
As we celebrate our past, we look forward to a bright future filled with hope, compassion, and service. Join us in continuing the legacy. Together, let's shape the next chapter of the Volunteer Center of Cedar Valley.